Hey guys, Sasha here from Stitch Space. Today I'm going to show you how to do a join, to join your work in the round when you're working on circular needles. I'm actually going to show you 3 different methods to do this. What I've got here are stitches, the circumference for a hat on a 16-inch circular, but you can use this method anytime that you're joining work in the round, and I'll give you some of the perks and benefits of each different method. So probably the simplest, well, before we join, one thing to note is you always want to make sure that your stitches, when it says being careful not to twist when you're joining, you want to make sure all of your stitches are going the same way. You don't want them twisted around the needle like this, where they're going different directions. For me, the easiest thing is just to push all of the little bottoms, or kind of the butts of the stitches, towards the center. And then I'm ready to join. So what I've got is my tail side over here and my slip knot side over here. The very simplest way to join in the round is just to pop on your beginning of round marker and start knitting. You can actually use both the tail and the ball of yarn for a couple of stitches to work that end in, or not, depending on what you prefer. That's a simple way, but there does usually end up being a little jog right here where you join. So I'll back that up and show you another method. The other way you can join is to switch a stitch from each needle. So what we're doing here is we're going to take one stitch from the left hand and one stitch from the right hand, and we're going to just trade spots with those. Sometimes you got to just be careful you don't drop them off. But once they have traded, you can again place your beginning of round marker and then begin working the other side. So this is a good method. It helps a little bit with the jog, I think. It still does leave a little bump there where you've started, but it's a little easier to keep going and avoid getting twisted later. So that one is one that I use pretty often. The other method is to do a join where you have to cast on an extra stitch. I think I lost one, so I'll go ahead and add another. So you cast on an extra stitch, one more than what you need for your actual cast on number. This is like the method I used in the sheaves hat from the Yarn Year Round Club pattern. And you basically take this stitch, you transfer it over to the left hand needle, then you place your beginning of round marker, and then you knit these first 2 stitches together. I think this one's probably my favorite. It feels a little bit more stable. I like the swap stitches method sometimes, but sometimes I don't like the little look of the slant there. This one feels pretty secure, and it's probably the one I use the very most when I'm joining to work in the round. Again, this will work on circulars or even if you're joining on double points too. Hope that helps, and see you next time.